Hi, I'm Ashley Cotter Cairns, the owner of sellmycomicbooks.com, and this morning I'm in the middle of lockdown in Montreal. I can't get a haircut. I apologize for how I look, but I had to create this video this morning because I am so tired of people wasting their precious time before they contact comic book dealers. I'm going to explain exactly what I mean. I'm going to read out an email. I'm obviously not going to identify the person who went to all this trouble. I'm going to explain what they did wrong, and this is surprisingly common. I'm also going to look for a list that someone sent to me and show you exactly why lists are such a pain, and people do it wrong every time. And I'm going to explain why I've created this quick list method that is going to make it easy for comic book dealers like us to tell straight away, do you have anything of value, or do you have a bunch of junk that should just go to the charity shop? So let's have a quick look at this email and just talk about why this person has just wasted probably 12 hours of their life. Okay, so I'm going to read out this email very quickly and explain to you what this person did wrong. My husband and I are moving, and I'm looking to sell my comic collection. I've included a Dropbox link with photos of each of the cover pages. I've organized them into 3 folders, Image, DC, and Marvel, and then divided those folders into series. Right there, that is way too much work, and it drives me nuts because I have to click each time to get to the folder, and each folder probably only has 1 or 2 books in this case. So you're making my life harder. I'm just probably not even going to look at most of those books, to be honest, because I didn't ask for them. I would probably have asked for 2 books from this collection just to see what they're like. I'm going to get to the list. So there's a Doctor Strange Master of the Mystic Arts from 1979. That's like a softcover reprint book. Defenders 1. There's a key issue. Defenders number 1. That would be worth my while to look at. Uncanny X-Men 21, if it is the Uncanny X-Men 21, because this list looks like it could have a bunch of modern stuff on it. And then you've got, I don't know if you can see this very clearly, you've got X-Men 2019, I'm going to zoom in a bit, X-Men Adventures, X-Men Unlimited, X-Men Amiga, Amazing X-Men, Astonishing X-Men, X-Man, Mutant X. Like, this is a bunch of dollar books basically. But this person has taken the time to not only organize all these folders for each of these titles, but they've scanned the cover what is essentially garbage. Silver Surfer number 2, Alpha Flight 1, I mean that might be a $5 book in some comic book stores. Venom 1, it could be a good book, it depends which one it is. It could be Venom Lethal Protector number 1, I suppose. Kazar 1, I don't know which one, it could be a modern one, I don't know. Then there's some Image stuff, Savage Dragon 1, woo! Archie's Pals and Gals 1, if that was the 70s, that would be worth something. In the 90s, yeah, 87 is not really worth anything. Catwoman 1, depends which one it is. Still, it's maybe a $10 book. The Amiga Men 1, Batman Adventures 1, again might be a $10 book. Batman number 1 obviously is probably not the Batman number 1, but I would probably just check it just in case. And Superboy 1 as well, I'd just check that as well just in case. But just the texture of this list, if this list just arrived without images, I wouldn't even look at images most likely. I'd look at Defenders 1. I'd ask to see Batman 1 and Superboy 1, and then Batman Adventures 1, and that's it. So see what this person has done. They've taken what is quite a simple thing, which is make me a quick list that I can look at and ask you for images. Then they've taken it upon themselves to scan every single book. Then they've created this enormous rabbit hole of a Dropbox for me to navigate. So if I even want to see these images, I can't just click once. I have to click 1, 2, 3, 4 times to see one book, and then I have to re-navigate back to the index to find the next title, which is just a pain in the ass. And if you make it hard for dealers to look at your list or your images, they're just not going to do it. I probably wouldn't even look. Just the fact they have a Defenders 1, I'll probably look at that. So don't do this. Don't take it upon yourself to scan all the books in your collection. Don't create this fabulous Dropbox castle that this then becomes more of a trouble than it's worth for me to look through. Just send me your list. The quick list method, if you have a big stack of books, is so much faster than this. and I will take a look at your list. If there's anything of value, I will ask to see it, and if there isn't, I will advise you on how to sell it or dispose of it. And that's hours of your time that you've just saved. Now I'm going to find a list that someone sent me and explain the other thing that people do, which drives me nuts when they send in lists. So this is a list. It is, first of all, it's in a weird order. So it would help me a lot if you're going to send me a comprehensive list of comic books, organize them properly, get them into alphabetical order and then numeric order. So at least I can go, okay, Ghost Rider 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, and whatever. Rather than it comes in like this, it's a mess. Now I've got to organize it before I can even look at it. You're just making my life more difficult. I know I'm sounding like I'm complaining, but what I'm actually trying to get at here is that I'm trying to help you to help yourself. So if you have this comic book collection, you want to either sell it, donate it, whatever, just get an insurance valuation, whatever it is, whatever your goal is, help me to help you by saving time for you and saving time for me. Now, I can look at this list and immediately see that most of this is junk. And so if this person had taken the time to look at my video about making a quick list, they would have just noted, for example, Darkhold. Their first number would have been 2 and their second number would have been 16. So Darkhold 2-16. I'd have looked at that and said, junk, move on. But no, this person typed out all these issue numbers. So they spent all this time with a huge collection, because this is a big list. So they spent all this time with a huge collection typing out all this information that I don't even need. I don't need to know that it's by Marvel or DC. I don't need to know which year it was. I don't need to know what the price on the cover is most of the time. I just need to know, what's your range? Do you have Darkhold 1 to Darkhold 20, say? Or Deadpool the Duck. Okay, we have Deadpool the Duck 1, 2, 4, and 5. And then he has like this column called variant, which I don't understand. So this information I don't need. So you see right here, now I'm back to Superman. Now I'm Deadpool again. So I'm just gonna have to organize this myself. So organize, sort the list, add a column, column A. So now it's in alphabetical order. But if the guy had done this before he sent it to me, it would have saved me the time of doing that. Aliens 140, Dark Horse Presents. So the actual title is Dark Horse Comics Presents. So this person doesn't really know what they're doing, and they've dived into this challenge, and they've spent hours of their life doing this, and most of this stuff is dollar book material. So I would have just looked at a quick list and said, this is going on Craigslist. If you want to sell this, make a Craigslist listing. Take you 20 minutes, put a bunch of pictures, someone will come around, they'll buy it, we're done. This is not worth shipping. I would scan through this list. I would scan through and see, maybe there are some of the modern key issues. Let's see. Dark Horse Presents, a couple of those are quite valuable if they're in nice shape. Dark Shadows, I don't know which one that is. That's Dynamite. Okay, that's a later one. Deadpool, there's some good Deadpool books out there for sure. That'd be worth having a look at. Doctor Strange 1, I don't know which one that is either. So yeah, so this list has a bit of potential, but the way it was presented to me immediately makes it more difficult for me to tell how good the stuff is. And I can tell that this person didn't do any research before they made their list, because they spent all this time creating this enormous document that I and almost every other dealer is just going to look at and go, junk, move on. So why waste all that time? This is the point of this video. Why waste all your time creating this massive project for yourself, when if you just do the quick list method, and I've put a link in this video below in the description to the video that explains how to do the quick list. If you just did that, you'd have saved, I'm gonna hazard a guess, this person spent 24 hours on this. 24 hours. When you're lying in your deathbed, looking back on your life, that's a whole day that you're never going to get back. And to be honest, looking at this list, I'd say if he's lucky enough to find someone who'll buy it all, he'll get or $500 for it. It's junk. It's all junk. There are, I mean, I would imagine there are 10 books here that I would ask to see pictures of, but I'm not even going to bother because I can just tell it's most likely been dragged from place to place and not stored well, and yeah. So please, if there's a takeaway from this video, read how dealers would like to get a list. Try and find out what a dealer needs to help you, because that's our job. I make money buying and selling comic books. Yeah, I make money. Money's the end. But this is the way I help people. People have some stuff, they want to sell it, they don't know what they've got. So just keep it simple, keep it quick. Don't invest a ton of your time on this, and just do the bare minimum you need to do to find out what you've got. And then you'll quickly discover, if a dealer gets really excited about your list, the quick list, then you know you're onto something. And if they look at it and go, yeah, move on, at least you haven't spent 24 hours of your life doing that. So I hope that was a helpful video. Please subscribe to our channel and press the little bell so you get notified when we upload new videos. Thanks very much for watching. Speak to you soon. Bye.